past the middle of March, and in my part of the country, that means it's time to start getting my greenhouse ready to go again. And as you can see here, I've got junk all over the floor. I've raked it so that I got most of the big chunks up, but I've got to get it going again. Now, one of the things that I want to do is along this side here, up through here, is plant a few things. And also along this side here, you know, I'll do the same thing and plant some things. I've got sprinklers up there to run to water it and take care of all that sort of stuff. But one of the first things you really need to do is till it. Yeah, now you can do that by hand, or you can do it with a rototiller. But the one problem here in this greenhouse is that if you buy yourself a rototiller, they usually have a gasoline engine on them, and can't run a gasoline engine with exhaust in here. So here's something you can do. I got this rototiller from a friend of mine, I don't know, about 20 years ago, I guess. And I used it for a while, but then it threw a rod. And so I kind of let it sit around, but I kept it around. And then one day, after I'd built this greenhouse that I have, I was thinking about coming out here and, tilling it up, and I was going to do it with a shovel. And then, as I was thinking, well, it sure would be nice if I could put a tiller in there. But you can't do it because, the exhaust fumes and so forth couldn't be tolerated in here. So I got to thinking about this old rototiller, and I thought, what if I put a electric motor on that? I wonder if it would work in here. And you know what? So I did that. I took the old gasoline motor off of it, gasoline engine, and you can see what I did. Well, see, these are the holes where the old gasoline motor was mounted. So, and they're the same thing on the other side over there. So I took the motor off, and this electric motor here doesn't have the same base. So, I had to drill another hole over here, and then I put this piece of angle iron I got from the hardware store on. Bought a pulley and put on the end of it. Got a fan belt that was about the right size, and so I slipped it in there and bolted it down. And son of a gun, if it didn't work pretty darn good. Worked quite well. And this motor here, what I did is I bought that, I believe it was at Harbor Freight. It's a 2 horsepower motor. I bought it for I think about $100, so it wasn't a big investment. And as you look around this thing, you can see that the clutch mechanism is, there's the old clutch handle, and see the old clutch mechanism. It's all the actuator arms are still there, and here's the old throttle, and the old cable's still there. I didn't bother pulling it off, so it's pretty well, put together, kind of sloppy. But here's the cord that goes up here, and what I do is I plug this into an electric cord that's long enough to do the job, and it works quite well. And it works very well. And here at the end of this little segment here, I'll show you how it works. But so if you've got one like this, an old rototiller that you're going to throw in the junkyard probably, or if you've got a friend that has one, with a shot motor on it, you can do this, and it works very, very well. And with minimal investment, you have no pollution. It's quiet, so even if you're not in a greenhouse like this, maybe you got neighbors that just don't like a lot of racket. This thing's quiet. Anyway, there it is. Let me show you how it works now here, and we'll give you a little bit runtime on this thing. It doesn't make a lot of noise either, like the old gasoline engine. The ground is kind of hard, it needs to be watered, I suppose. But, you get the idea. It works pretty well, actually.